My neighbor is blasting One Direction Story of My Life, and I can hear it through my window, and it makes me want to jam out a little bit. Story of my life, I take a... Okay, I need to stop. It's Shawnee, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101. So today I have a chatty get ready with me video. I promise you guys the next time I do a get ready with me, I will make sure for it to be a quick one, maybe like a speed through get ready with me. I know not everybody loves my chatty videos, but this is gonna be another longer get ready with me style video. So if you guys don't like long videos and don't like to hear me talk and or put on makeup, you guys probably won't like this video. I just feel like I haven't just sat down and talked with you guys in a while, and I have a new TV show that I kind of just wanted to rave about a little bit, and a couple stories in there, and then of course I wanted to talk about the makeup. I was requested to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist Palette in a look, so this is the look that I came up with. Do keep in mind I kind of just jumped into this palette without really having an idea of how it's going to turn out. This is not a tutorial. This was just me playing around with this new palette. So I came up with kind of this pinkish purple smoky eye. But of course there are so many different routes you can go with this palette. I also used false lashes for the first time in a get ready with me video. I actually used some ESQUIDO lashes. These are brand new to me, so you guys got to see my first impression on these. And then I also used a product that everybody and their mother asked me to use or to show, at least in a video. This is my new Urban Decay blush. This is the Afterglow 8-Hour Blush in the shade Bittersweet. So this is the shade. Yeah, you guys will see what I think of this when I apply it later on in the video. So if you guys are interested in a little girl talk and a little bit of makeup application, keep watching. The main palette we're going to use in the eye look is going to be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist Palette. I was actually requested to do a tutorial or a look using this, and I will say if you guys haven't seen the palette before, it's got a bunch of really, really bright, fun colors mixed in with some neutrals, but I am going to use another neutral palette in conjunction with this, which is going to be my Viseart Neutral Matte palette. This is the #1 Viseart palette. This is a stupidly expensive palette that I love. As for the look I'm going for, I think I'm going to use the pink and the purple and like this blue and maybe a little bit of this blue. I'm kind of going for a very cool toned but still colorful look. So we're going to use some of the purples. Because we're going to be using purples on the eyes, I'm going to put down a purple base. This is the Rimmel Scandalized eyeshadow stick. This is the Kate Moss 24-hour waterproof one. I think this one is new, and I'm just going to get this, what's the name of this? It's called Deep Amethyst. I'm going to get this just all over the eyelid. This isn't as creamy as I thought it was going to be. It's sort of dragging on my eye a little bit, which isn't very comfortable. That went on really, really patchy. I don't know if I could recommend this shadow stick. It looks really patchy on the eyes and it doesn't blend out nicely at all. And before we start playing with the Anastasia palette, I am just going to put a transition color in my crease just to help blend that out. I guess I will use, let's use this color right here. I'm just using a big fluffy brush just to get that into the crease. This isn't going to be anything precise by any means. This is just to help blend out those colors once I get them down. Have you guys watched the TV show called Rain? It's about rain, like how a ruler rains the country, not rain like falling from the sky, which I actually have a story about rain falling from the sky for you guys in a second too, which is kind of a funny story. But Rain, like the TV show, it's a CW show, and it's kind of like, it's about Queen Mary of Scots back in the 1500s when, well, she was queen. And it's just a fictional like representation of her life when she was living in France, and it's actually really good. I'm going to continue to talk about Rain as I go into the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette and go into this color right here. It's called Punch Fuchsia. I'm going to start taking that on the inner portion, like the inner 1/3 of my eyelid. Going back to Rain, I'm not one to particularly be interested in historical shows. Like, I'm not one who was ever a big history buff in school at all. I honestly really hated history, but this show it's more about the drama than it is about being historically accurate. I know it isn't a new show. I believe they just finished the 2nd season. Only season 1 is on Netflix, unfortunately, so I'll have to find the 2nd season somewhere else. But I am about 15 episodes into the 1st season, I think, and it is really stinking good. I'm gonna take the same flat brush and go into this shade called Unicorn. This is the shade that really stood out to me in the entire palette. Even despite the yellow, Unicorn just looks really unique. It's a really unique periwinkle. I'm going to pat that next to the pink. I don't really know what look I'm doing, by the way. This could turn out awful, but let's just go with it. Going back into Rain again. Sorry if you guys are not interested at all in the show, but I'm just really obsessed with it right now. So my mindset is all like in that mindset right now. Like, I have their accents in my head. I have their fashion choices in my head. I have just the whole drama scheme in my head right now. I do think that CW, it's a CW show, and CW definitely knows what they're doing when it comes to kind of like the teen dramas, I guess, because this show really reminds me of Vampire Diaries, like, a lot. This color is turning out to be way bluer on my eyes, I feel like, than it looks in the pan. I don't know if you guys can tell. It looks more like navy on my eyes. I should really pull you guys in closer. I'm sorry. Okay, I hope that's better for you guys. Can you guys see what's going on more? So I'm pulling in the pink to kind of overlap the blue. I'm gonna go into Aubergine, which is this dark grape purple, and kind of take that into the crease. Mainly we're just getting that right here in the outer crease, not bringing it in too far. You guys are big Rain fans as well. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't give any spoilers, please, because I am only like halfway, or a little bit more than halfway done with season 1. Obviously I haven't started season 2, but I'm really excited. I hope it stays good. I hope it doesn't go downhill, because I can see this show going downhill very quickly if it's not done right. Go into Blue Velvet with the same fluffy brush I used for Aubergine, and this is like a matte dark blue, and we're gonna take this right here onto the outer part of the eye. I don't know about this. All of those colors are really muddying, like a lot. We're gonna go back and take that first fluffy brush we used with the transition color and softly blend out the edges. I'm gonna go quite bold now because, well, I mean, now that we've already done this, why not? I'm gonna go in with the silver. This is called Beige right here in the palette, and I'm going to get this into the inner corner of my eyes. Figured, why not? We've already committed to all of this. Let's commit to a silver inner corner highlight. My quick first impressions on this palette is that it's not really a uniform palette. Like, I can't look at it and see a whole bunch of looks that I can achieve using this palette alone, but I could see some very unique colors in here that I can incorporate with other palettes. As for liner, I'm just taking my Maybelline Master Drama Eye Studio retractable black liner. This is called Midnight Master, and I'm just getting that really close to my upper lashes. I'm not going to be winging it out or doing anything dramatic with my liner today because I am going to be applying false lashes. And with a flat brush and some black shadow, we're just going to top that pencil liner. I've actually been doing this technique a lot, the topping a pencil liner with shadow for my upper lash line when I don't want a very precise liner look. I've actually been really liking this method. I don't know if it's the base of color that I have on or what is going on, but my liner looks like an emerald green. Does it look emerald to you? I don't think it looks emerald in the camera. I hope not, because That's a lot of colors going on. Okay, moving into face, I'm going to take some of my Perfekt Skin Perfecting Gel. I'm going to be using this as a face primer. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that. I'm just going to dot that on my troubled areas, which is basically here in my T-zone. And then I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and bump it in using my beauty blender. I'm gonna go in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I told you guys I would let you guys know what I thought of this, and I'm still on the fence. I've been using it, but I don't know. I don't know if it makes that big of a difference, but I feel like I need to keep using it until I get this like miraculous, like, oh my gosh, it's the best thing ever. And I don't know. I am also going to go back and do my lashes and my brows as well. And I get a lot of questions on why I do my eye makeup before my face makeup. And I just find it infinitely easier that if I'm ever doing a bright look or smoky look or any eyeshadow look at all, if I ever get fallout onto, like right here onto my cheeks, it's so much easier to clean up if I do my face makeup after, because I can just go in with a makeup wipe and just remove all of the fallout and then put my face makeup on. Foundation we're going to be using today is my Dior Star Foundation. I don't know if I've ever used this on camera. I may have. We are going to take a little bit of that and start placing it on my face. And then bump that in once again with my beauty blender. And I told you guys I was going to tell you about a rain story. So, like the rain falling out of the sky. So my dad's car got broken into while he was at work a couple days ago, which is kind of sad, but you know, it's life, it happens. So his car got broken into, his window got smashed completely. And this was, we live in California, so it hardly ever actually rains in California, but the one day, well, in Southern California at least, I can only talk for my part, which is Southern California. The day my dad's car got broken into, it was raining. And so my poor father had to drive back home from work with a broken window while it was like pouring outside. So the entire inside of his car was like glass filled and wet. We are going to go in with concealer. I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is in the shade Medium Dark Warm. And I actually hauled this in a Sephora haul not too long ago. And I like it. I'm just going to use my Real Techniques, what is this? The Expert Face Brush? Yeah, Expert Face Brush to blend that in. Okay, and then before we go in with any powder products, I'm going to be using a couple different powders on my face. I am going to do my face highlight. I'm going to be using my Becca. This is the Shimmering Skin Perfector Poured in the shade Opal. So Becca has a bunch of different versions of their Shimmering Skin Perfectors, and this poured version I actually like a lot because it gives the look, I'm taking it with my fingers of course, it gives the look of the liquid. You get the convenience of it being in a compact, but the really pretty look of a cream highlight. Okay, now it's time to start powdering my face. So I'm gonna first go in with my Besame. This is the Brightening Vanilla Translucent Powder. This is some good stuff. I'm gonna be using this for under my eyes. What I'm actually gonna do is just use the little puff that it comes with and just kind of pat some under my eye area. And then for the rest of my face, I'm just gonna go in with my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I'm just using a brush with this to kind of just get it all over my face. These two powders are just fantastic products. I really, really love them. And this Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, I've been using every single day. It's great. Okay, as for my brows, let me bring you guys in a little. I'm gonna slightly fill them in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I'm actually trying to grow them in because I feel like they're really not, I don't know, they don't match to me. I feel like this one's too high. This one goes in too, I I need to grow them in. So that's what I'm trying to do. And then set them with my NYX Control Freak Clear Brow Gel. As far as lashes, I'm actually going to be using this pair of ESQUIDO lashes. These are Mink lashes, and ESQUIDO actually sent these to me to try out. So this is my first time having an experience with some ESQUIDO Mink lashes. This style is called Lashlorette, and can you tell? Take them out of the box. Okay, so hopefully you can see that better. Look how beautiful this style is. They're kind of like a crisscross, very, very like flirty and long. I'm going to go ahead and start by laying these down on my lash band and seeing if these are the right size for me or if I need to trim them, which it does look like I need to trim them just a little bit. I just took off just a couple, like a tiny itty bitty little chunk, like that much. I trimmed off the same amount on the other eye, but I still want to measure it because remember, your eyes aren't always even, and you want to make sure that it still fits your eye. I'm actually going to go in and curl my lashes. Okay, and the glue I'm going to use to apply the lashes is the House of Lashes eyelash adhesive. I actually bought this upon your guys' recommendation because I told you my duo lash adhesive wasn't working for me, so I ended up just picking this up. I have never used this before either, so this could be a total disaster. Eyelash adhesive is very, very runny. I wasn't expecting it to be so runny. It's kind of running down my lashes a little bit. Well, that's okay. That's okay. We'll make it work. Turning green. Am I supposed to put it on when it's green? We'll give it a couple more seconds. Very nice. Very comfortable too. Impressed. Really, really fluttery and pretty and still like natural. I hate to say that about a false lash, but I feel like these aren't as crazy as some false lashes can look. They still look natural. Okay, I am not just saying this because these lashes were sent to me, because you guys know I'm like completely honest. These lashes practically applied themselves. Like I didn't even have to fiddle or anything. I just smacked it on the middle, stick, done. Super, super impressed with the ease of application. It could be also because of the lash glue. This is the first time I've used this lash glue, but I feel like these lashes were just perfectly contoured to, at least to my eye, because they look amazing and they feel really comfortable on my eye too. As I said, you guys know I'm completely honest. I'm not getting paid for saying that or anything. These are just really comfortable. If you guys want to check out ESQUIDO lashes, I do have a promo code for you guys. You can use it. You don't have to use it. It gives you 10% off your purchase if you were interested in purchasing these. As I said, this is the first time I'm using them, so I can't like say they're absolutely amazing, but I know a lot of other YouTubers swear by them, and my first experience is very positive. We need to finish up the rest of the face because we spent way too much time on my eyelashes. I'm going to go ahead and contour using my Sephora. This is the MicroSmooth Baked Bronzer Duo in the shade Spicy Heat, and I'm just going to use the bronzer side, obviously, and just stick it right here into my cheekbone area. For blush, I am using a color that was highly requested that I use. This is the Urban Decay Afterglow 8-Hour Powder Blush in the shade Bittersweet. This is gonna be interesting because I've never actually used a color like this on my cheeks, but I figured if there's any look to use a purple blush with, it's this look. I feel like that purple is kind of turning hot pink on my skin. I mean, you can't tell that it's, not that anybody would wear it like that on your cheeks, but it's just trying to build it up to get a little bit more purple out of it. It's just looking pink on my cheeks. That's kind of unfortunate. I'm sure if you're lighter skin, you'll be able to see the purple come through. But I mean, it really looks pink on my cheeks. Even when I'm looking at it in a mirror, it looks like a bright dull pink. Blend the edges of that using that Expert face brush again, so it doesn't look so out of hand. And let's go ahead and finish with an understated lip for once. Let's do the Bite Beauty. This is the Buttercream lipstick in the shade Mocha. I really like, oh, this isn't that understated. I wasn't expecting this to be so, I guess it doesn't look that bad. I guess it kind of balances out. So that's the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys on my next video on Thursday. I'll see you then. Bye! I think in that sense, Too Faced was a little sneaky to put them in the same tube, and ColourPop does claim that these are a different and completely new formula as opposed to all of the